Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Ben here, and in this video we're going to cover how to create the perfect offer to sell high-ticket services while avoiding massive overwhelm, confusion, and imposter syndrome. So this video is going on my YouTube, my personal YouTube channel, and it's also going in our consulting group. So this is a quick little training I'm coming up with here. So you're going to get a lot out of it. So here's what we're going to cover in this video. So I'm going to teach you a simple formula for creating the perfect offer to match your target market. And if you haven't decided on a target market yet, I'll give you an example of how to do this process, and we'll also cover how to avoid being a generalist where you end up offering a variety of services to a variety of courses. It says courses there, it should say clients, but hey, I'm not editing it though, okay? So this is what you get. So does this sound familiar? Right now, you might describe yourself as a marketing generalist. So maybe you know a little bit about a lot of different services. So like Facebook ads, copywriting, email marketing, maybe SEO, content writing, Google ads, you name it. You probably know a lot. And you're also attracting like a few clients here and there, but they tend to all be in different niches and they all want different services. Generally, all of these clients are only paying between $500 to maybe $1,500 on the high end, and you don't have the margin to outsource any of your services. So if this sounds like you, I'm going to talk about how to reach marketing heaven, as I call it. And right now you're kind of stuck in like a marketing hell. Let's just say this isn't the place you want to be business-wise. Instead of being a marketing generalist who works with anyone and everyone, providing a whole plethora of services and never being able to charge high prices, you want to be a specialist working with a very defined niche, offering a very specific service to solve a painful problem for them. And that's what I call marketing heaven, because that's when you can start charging the very high end fees, $2,500, $3,000, $5,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 a service, $20,000, the more you do this process, the more you'll be able to charge. So here's why generalists suck. I'm just going to hammer this into your head until you believe me. So one of the problems with being a generalist is the sheer overwhelm of trying to learn 50 different niches and manage a ton of different services which you aren't an expert in. So this might not be a bad position if you got paid enough to outsource your service, but it's still not ideal. And another problem is you just end up trying to learn everything there is to know about marketing, which leads to total frustration and confusion. So the question is, what do we do? So first things first, the very first step you have to do is choose a single target market every single time. We do this for every client, and you have to do this right now if you haven't done it yet. So you just need to select a niche, and it doesn't even matter which one you pick, as long as you pick one. You can always change this later. It's really good to just get into this process though. So again, you don't need to know anything about the niche or how to help them right now. You just have to pick someone that you want to work with. So let's say you choose dentist. Awesome. That's step one completed. By the way, everyone who's watching this, don't pick dentists. There's a lot of different niches out there. So anyway, here's research step one. You've selected, in this case, is dentist. Your next step is to research their problem. So typically I'd advise you get on the phone with about 10 to 30 of your target market and ask them a bunch of questions about the issues they're currently facing in their business. And you want to make this kind of like in it for them. Like when you message them, you want to think, okay, like what's in it for me in their case. So I would say you can tell them that you're developing a solution to the problems that they're facing and you're currently in the research phase. And with their help, you should be able to come up with an answer to their biggest challenges. So, if you can't get on the phone with your niche, all is not lost. There's lots of different kind of niches out there where it's kind of hard to reach out to them. You can still uncover a lot of information through other ways. So you can look up forums. If you Google like dentist forum, for example, you might find something there. Books and magazines in that industry. You can go on Facebook and LinkedIn groups. YouTube videos, Reddit, trade magazines, podcasts. You get the idea, and you can also look up your competitors who are already serving your desired niche, and just look at what they're saying in their marketing, because they've already done a lot of research. Ideally, of course, you don't want to copy them because many of them haven't done the research, but it's good to get an idea. You want to write all this down in a big Google Doc. So now that you've gone ahead and researched your niche, you got on the phone with them, you should now have a good idea about their top 3 biggest challenges in their business. So for instance, let's say you find dentists are having trouble in the following areas. So number 1, their patients are getting snagged by other dentists because they don't follow up as much as they should, and they don't have a good stick strategy, which is basically where they kind of get people to come in on a certain schedule and they're not losing a ton of patients. Number two, maybe they don't have a solid referral program in place. The problem is they aren't upselling patients into higher ticket programs. So the third step, now that you know exactly what their three challenges are, you're basically over halfway there. So you know what outcome they want and what problems they have. So the next step is to find out exactly how to solve their problem and deliver the solutions they're after. This is actually quite easy. We live in a world of 7.3 billion people, and somewhere, somebody in the world has already solved the problem in your niche, and your job is to basically find that solution. So it's always 10,000 times easier to find the answer to one specific problem than trying to learn everything, So let's assume you find a business who has mastered creating a referral program for dentists. What you basically want to do is reverse engineer the process they're using, and you want to break down their entire process into components which you can use to create the same result with other businesses in that niche. All you basically need to do is just learn just enough to provide the service for others. So for example, if it's Facebook ads to a simple landing page and a short email sequence, that's all you need to learn how to create. So you now have the makings of a very powerful offer. You just need to get a proof of concept you can show to other members of the niche. So when they see the proof that you're solving a painful problem they have, they'll be significantly more interested in working with you over everyone else who approaches them with generic messages. And you'll be offering something very tangible that they can immediately say, I want that. So the next step is to continue refining your offer and making it more effective. You're still focusing on the same service, Facebook ads, a landing page, an email sequence. Now you're just looking for ways to get more results using each of those three services. Your goal is to be so good at solving your niche's problem with your offer that you become like the go-to guy or gal in your whole space for solving that problem. And the best type of marketing is happy customers, and that's the goal we're going after here, delivering excellent results with as minimal effort required. So you want minimum effort, high reward. So eventually the idea is you're going to become so good at delivering your service and solving the niche's problem, you can knock these things out extremely quickly and get paid a high setup fee plus a management fee to run the service. And remember, people pay for the outcome and they don't care how long or hard you work. It doesn't matter if it takes you 2 hours to deliver a service that you sell for 5 or 10 grand, as long as they're getting what they pay for. So a very good idea is to create like a workflow and a process for delivering your result, so you can eventually hire outsourcers to do the work for you, and then you can just focus on bringing in new clients. And then eventually you're going to want to start evolving past done for you services. So from there you can look into other business models such as done with you services, group coaching, consulting, masterminds, courses. The goal is to create as much leverage as in your business as possible, essentially where you get paid as much as you can with as little as your own time and energy as possible, while still delivering over the top results so that all parties are happy. So let's just quickly cover a few of the perks of being a specialist. So the first one is you'll easily be able to increase your prices because people believe you're the only one who can solve their problem because you're talking directly to them. The second one is you'll receive more referrals after a while when people are asking for help in their niche. The other people say, hey, I know that guy. That's Jim is the dentist referral guy. Talk to him. And then the third one is your marketing messages will resonate strongly with your niche. You'll literally be in their head after working with them for a while, and you'll know exactly what pain points they have and what they need to hear to take action. And finally, you'll actually be able to focus and know every day exactly what you're going to do in your business and marketing. And you'll especially have professional boundaries where you know exactly what you will and won't do when it comes to offering services. So this is one of the methods we use to get rid of imposter syndrome. So when you operate using this process, you're not going to feel imposter syndrome because realistically you'll know more about your niche's problems and how to fix them than probably 99.9% of the other people out there. And you're not going to feel uncomfortable charging high prices because you'll literally be so confident that you can get the results that you're promising that everyone will be able to feel that certainty. It'll be oozing out of your pores. And now you might be thinking, but Ben, what if so-and-so happens? I can tell you right now what's going to happen is clients will want you to perform other services for them. So if you're, say, doing these Facebook ads, landing page, and email services, guaranteed someone's going to want SEO or a website or something. So I'm not saying you can't go and figure out how to solve a few different problems for your niche at all, which it's actually a great idea. But what you don't want to do is start off only offering those three services and then start doing these websites, SEO, Google ads, or whatever, just because clients want that stuff too, and maybe other marketers are offering full packages. It's far better to just say, no, I'm not a specialist in those areas, but I do know a guy or girl, and then just set up a kind of professional referral network with a bunch of experts that you actually trust. So an actual example of this process that I did last year, about a year and a half ago now. So I did it with home renovators. I determined that a lot of the home renovators wanted to get high paying bathroom remodeling jobs that they could kind of bang off really quick. A bathroom remodeling job might earn them 30 grand. So I did my research and I looked at over 100 bathroom remodeling websites and also home renovating websites. And I noticed immediately that almost none of them were specifically focusing on just bathroom remodeling. Their websites needed major overhauls, and even though a lot of them are running Google ads or landing pages, weren't even like remotely optimized. Some even went to like 404 error pages, and I can just imagine like paying good money to send someone to a 404 error page. It's so stupid. So it really didn't take long to come up with a simple offer to solve the problem, and you can do the same with literally any niche. So your quick action steps for you to take. So step 1 is pick a niche. Doesn't matter which one it is, just pick it. Step 2, research that niche, get on the phone with them, ask them questions, and genuinely listen to what they're going through. Don't assume you already know what they want. Step 3, find out someone who has solved their problems and reverse engineer those solutions, and learn how to deliver those results or hire somebody who can. And step 4 is go prove your offer by actually solving this problem for a client and getting paid for it. And then repeat. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me on Facebook or on my business page at Ben Burn Media, or just private message me on Twitter. It's at Ben W. Burn. And this is a small part of our consulting process that Ryan Homer and I are teaching in our Facebook group, Sales Engineering Consulting Membership. And you can check out more of that at this link here. It's bit.ly.com/consultingmentor. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you soon.